News, views, voices of the global Indian community. India abroad.
Modi ji's track record so far has been absolutely amazing. What has not happened in last 70 years, he has done in last 10 years. And what we hear and what he has to say, because everything he has said so far, he has promised and delivered. So I have no doubt that in next 10 years, we will be making phenomenal progress in various areas. First and foremost would be in employment, lifting people out of poverty, creating infrastructure, providing education and opportunities. I would like to see that the spatial treatment of spatial groups be eliminated. Everybody should have access, equal access to opportunities, not spatially given to them. So, for example, this reserved quotas and all this, there's been enough for it over last 70 plus years. Let's get rid of it. Let's get the people who are deserving, get and make it easy to have access to the opportunities in education, healthcare, and employment. Those are the three areas where I would like Modi ji to concentrate, and I think he's already doing amazing job. Next thing in terms of legislations. So many things which have been put into constitution or as law favoring only few just to get the votes of that minority, it should be eliminated. Majority of Indians, which happens to be Hindus, and by the way, in 1947, the country was divided, Hindustan for Hindus and Pakistan for Muslims. Unfortunately, that division has not prevailed in India. Pakistan has maintained there are literally no Hindus in Pakistan, but India has been a mixture of both. In that, everybody should have the same equal, not favoring one versus other. The other great injustice that has been done is giving special rights under so-called Waqf board, where Muslim board, without any accountability, without any, even Supreme Court cannot reverse that division, taking away properties that does not belong to them. And this must stop and be eliminated. We have been injustice about not teaching our culture in the schools and colleges versus all other minorities, Muslim, Christians, and they can do that, but ours cannot be. That must change. It should be equal for everybody. Nobody should be above the law, and the law should be equal for everybody. We cannot have separate laws for Hindus and separate laws for Muslims. That must go. We should have a uniform system of law that should prevail. And I hope our Prime Minister get re-elected with a thumping majority, ab ki baar 400 ke par, so that he can accomplish all these things which has been unjustifiably put into the Constitution, and we need to have that removed. That's what I would see, and I'm very, very positive because I have a special, I can say, connection, because I come from, my hometown is Mehsana, which is only 20 miles from Vadnagar, and I know Modi ji as a schoolboy used to visit Mehsana because it was the headquarters of RSS for North Gujarat, and I know what he has done, and we had felt very close to his family, and just a great things that happened to India in last 10 years when he was chosen as the leader, and I hope he remains the leader for next 25 years. Thank you. First 100 days should be eliminating all these inequalities of the law, removing some of the things which has been hurting everybody, and bring equal opportunity for everybody. All those legislations, they need to be removed. Yeah, he has visited Mehsana, which is a district place for RSS headquarters, and I know he has also visited my school many times, because in my school we have a Kamalabag Community Hall named after my mother, where many of when he was Chief Minister of Gujarat, and these functions have taken place called Sarvajanik Vidyalaya, where he has visited. So it has been an amazing, and to see and know his childhood, how he was raised, what he went through in his life. He knows what average person feels. He knows what poverty is. He knows what it is to be without food. He knows what it is to be without shelter. And I think that's what, when you have that personal experience, you know the pain of those people. And that's why he has focused on and delivered. He pulled out 25 crore people from poverty. The world has recognized, United Nations has recognized, this is nothing short of miracle. And I know there is a lot more to be done. And I know, knowing Modi ji at the helm, he will do it. I was 4 years older than him, so by the time he was coming, I was already in college in Baroda, because Mehsana did not have colleges in those days. So, but my father, who is a lawyer in Mehsana, he has known him, and his assistant also was a neighbor from Vadnagar, Mr. Kanti Modi, who worked. So I know my dad would talk about him as a boy coming to Mehsana. Very, very tough. He grew up from poverty. His mother was housemaid, doing bartan for neighbors. His father was running a tea stall. I think my dad had described that his tea stall, there was some trouble, and my dad helped his dad to retain because railway wanted to take away the things, because Kanti Modi was a neighbor, kind of told my dad to help, and so there are some connections, some stories, but of course my father passed away in '98. He became Chief Minister in 2001, which is another story by itself, how Vajpayee, then Prime Minister, just picked him up when then Chief Minister Keshubhai Patel was visiting America, and there was a coup. He was thrown out as a Chief Minister, and there was an infighting, and Vajpayee, just out of nowhere, picked up Narendra Bhai to be Chief Minister, and people say, my goodness, this guy has never been elected. He's not even an officer. He was essentially working in the Karyala. His work was to sweep the floor and provide the tea and do some errands for VIPs. And now he's Chief Minister. Of course, he became Chief Minister. He was elected from Rajkot constituency. And I guess rest is history. 15 years, he absolutely transformed Gujarat, and particularly Ahmedabad and many cities. And it is just that man is a man of fewer words but action. He delivers what he says, and he thinks right only for the good of people. Modi ji cannot be corrupted because he doesn't need anything. Whatever he has, he just gives away. So how can you corrupt a person who doesn't want anything? And that's why he has significantly eliminated corruption. Of course, we need to do more, because corruption has been a culture of last 100 years in India, but it's slowly getting better. And I think that is something where Modi ji at helm will happen one day, that we'll have an absolutely corruption-free country.